Gardy. I have a guest that's in studio. I'm going to kick this on the FM, and we're going to get her introduced and find out everything that is going on. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. It's Kickstart, and my name is Gardy. I have a guest that's in studio hanging out. I'm going to let her introduce herself as we're talking about an event. It's coming up quick, and you're going to want to know about it. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. My name is Tanesha East, and I am the president for the Texas City Quarterback Club. The Texas City Quarterback Club is basically our football booster for our high school.
Okay, awesome. And so school is starting. Football practices are already in full swing. It's an exciting time here in Texas, right?
Yes, really exciting. I'm excited. It's football season. We live, breathe, and eat football, so this is what we do.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the event real quick, and then I want to come back into, I guess, what a booster club is or the quarterback club is, right? So there's an event coming up. When is it, and who is it for?
So we have an event. It's called Sting Day. It is August the 20th. It will be in downtown Texas City. The event actually starts about 10 o'clock, 10:30 that morning, 10:30 to 5 is what we're telling everyone. We have a pep rally that's going to kind of kick off around 10:30. It's for everyone. Everyone, if you are a Sting supporter, if you love football, the place to be on August 20th is 6th Street at the Showboat, celebrating with us.
Yeah, it's really cool to have a place like that in a town, in a city. You know, it's almost like a throwback, 6th Street and that Showtime, and there's a bunch of really cool events that happen there and some vendors and shops and stuff. But it's nice to have.
It's actually cool. So we set it up. It's more of a fair type event. We'll have cook-off teams there. We'll have vendor booths. There'll be different vendor booths selling their various items. We'll have food trucks. We'll have like a kid zone area where there's bouncy houses, popcorn machines, snow cone machine, cotton candy machine. There'll be a live DJ. There'll be face painting, balloons, and most importantly, everyone will be able to meet the Stings. So our football boys will be present. All of our varsity boys will be present. They'll be in jerseys. You know, most kids know them by number, not really face or name. They'll be set up. They'll have a table. People can take photos with them, just kind of meet and greet and a chance to interact with the guys.
Awesome. So that's going to be Saturday, August 20th.
Correct. On
6th Street in Texas City, and everybody's invited. It's a carnival fair type atmosphere, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Whole family.
Whole family. Bring the kids ages 0 to 100. Bring them out. It's something to do for everyone there.
All right. Okay. So if somebody hasn't been involved with like a booster club, or they're new to the Texas City, the quarterback club and what y'all have, what are y'all doing? What's y'all's mission?
So our mission and our goal is to basically be a liaison between the school and the family. We try to help and fund things that the school may not be able to. So the athletic department is only allotted so much money. And that's why the booster is here. So even though the athletic department is allotted so much money, the booster needs help. The money that they're allotted may not always cover all the needs or maybe the wants that the boys need.
Right.
And so that's when we step up. So things that the boys need that are outside of what's not covered by the athletic department is sponsored by the booster. We're a family organization. Like, we welcome anyone. You don't necessarily have to have a kid or a grandchild that's on the athletic program. Community is always welcome to join. We look through our community for support through sponsorships. And every little bit helps. And if you can't do a monetary sponsorship, donating your time is just as valuable.
Mm-hmm. And for you to have that president role, we were talking a little bit before you went on, but you have a really good connection to the team, right?
I do. So I have a son. His name's Caleb Bell. He's going into his junior year. We're looking like to have a really good season this season. But I joined the booster back in 2019. Mm-hmm. So I joined it when my son was actually in middle school. So I've been around. I have a strong connection, but I can see myself continue to do this well after Caleb does.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I was wondering, maybe if somebody doesn't have a student in school, but they're an alumni, you want to support, maybe you supported the sports, or you played on the team, or you at least enjoyed being at the pep rallies.
Actually, alumni support is probably the best of them all. We're actually seeking judges for our cook-off. Alumni are more than welcome. I would love to have, especially some alumni football players. If you graduated with Texas City High School and you're an alumni, come talk to me. Like, I'm looking for judges. I'm looking for volunteers. We'll get you a Sting shirt, and having you out there at Sting Day would be amazing.
Here, we got a comment right here. This is from Jordan Porty, who owns ET Lockouts, and he shared it. Thank you for sharing this on social media. Jordan, he said, please send me some sponsoring info, and he put his email, says jordanporty@gmail.com.
I will get that to him as soon as we finish here. That'd be awesome.
All right.
Thank you,
That's
Jordan.
cool. Okay, so you talked about a cook-off, and I love food. Everybody, who doesn't love food?
I love food.
What kind of categories, and you mentioned judging, so what kind of categories y'all have?
So the cook-off is category 1 is baby back ribs. The next category is fajita pinwheels. So we did fajita pinwheels back in 2019, and it was a major hit. I'd never heard of fajita pinwheels before until that day, and just say I ate a little bit more than I should have eaten being a judge. The third category is chicken wings. And then we have what's called a surprise category. And they won't learn this until day of. Well, they'll know it at the cook-off meeting. And it's a dessert. So any dessert that you can make on your grill on site.
Okay.
Going to be exciting. It was the previous year, the cook-off teams got really creative with the dessert category. And just say I didn't have to cook dinner that day.
Hey, that's good. That's good. There's a gentleman that we used to work with, and he would make peach cobbler on a grill, and so he didn't even have an oven. Like as we said, so everything he made was on the grill, and that peach cobbler was awesome.
I bet. See, now I need to try someone. If you're part of my cook-off, keep peach cobbler in mind for dessert category.
Just said it. Yeah. Hey, good morning, everybody watching on social media. Again, feel free to share this out. Let us know if you have any questions. Talking to Tanesha East about Texas City High School Sting Day. It's going to be taking place August 20th on 6th Street. It's a Saturday, so it's going to be something that the whole family can enjoy, something the whole family can do and have a great time. You know, you mentioned that there's not just going to be football. There's going to be other clubs and I guess students there as well, right?
Correct. So even though Sting Day is originated for the football team and everyone that'll be in the stadium on Friday nights, we've incorporated other organizations throughout the school. So you'll have various booster clubs like volleyball. The volleyball team will be there. You'll have basketball. We have Key Club. You'll have the National Honor Society girls out there. You'll have the Heritage Club. And so different clubs throughout the school will be present on Sting Day. They'll have boots set up, and they'll run like carnival style type boots where they'll have like balloon pop or pie in the face. Different type of carnival. There's a ring toss. You have different project graduation groups out there, various from 2023 through 2026, I think, or maybe 27. I don't have it in front of me, but it's ring toss games. So it's a carnival type style event. So there's going to be a little bit of everybody. So if your kid goes to TCHS, they should be there.
Yeah.
Not even that. So And one of the feedback that we got from 2019 was bring some food vendors. So we've done that this year. You'll have Taste of Gnarlings out there, and you'll have Tasty Eats and Treats. We also have Kona Ice, and that's about all the food vendors I can think of off the top of my head. So you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave to go run to McDonald's to get food. We have plenty of food out there for you.
Can you talk about why this started? Because you mentioned, I guess, in 2019, it was something new, and then then you couldn't have it. Now it's back, right?
Correct. So in 2019, myself, a gentleman by the name of Buster Cantrell, and our athletic director, Leland Cervic, we put our heads together, and we were just trying to do something to bring the community out. The morale was kind of down in town, and we needed to do something to get everyone back in the football mind. Put ourselves in front of the community and say, hey, we're here. The football team needs your support. Come out. So that's happened in 2019. It was a really good turnout, really good response. It wasn't at that time a fundraiser type idea. It was more of a let's just get the community involved. And it was a very good success. It was a major success. And then COVID happened. Well, COVID happened, and we had to die down. Now we're back. We're full swing. District approval. We're back for 2022 season, and now it's the second annual Sting Day.
Whenever you have that event the first time, it's always a learning experience. It's like, hey, I have this added, or I want to add this.
Yes.
Was there growth or a lot of things y'all learned from the first time and having time to digest that and then reboot it now?
Actually, it was major growth. So this year is going to be bigger and better. So we're still holding true to the cook-off and to the vendors, but we have broadened our horizons. We've now incorporated food trucks. We didn't have food trucks the first time. We didn't do the Meet the Stings the first time, but Meet the Stings is going to be a really major hit because if you think about it, after a Friday night game, everyone's kind of lined up and they want to take a picture of a football player. Well, they're all sweaty and gross at that time. Well, now you get to catch them while they're fresh and clean.
Yeah.
So we're going to do Meet the Stings. We're going to have food trucks this year. We're bringing out a little bit more bouncy houses for the kids area. We've incorporated different type of vendors. We've incorporated more of the school clubs this year. That way we can put a hit on pretty much everybody. We've actually included some of Blocker Middle School as well. So basically grades 7 through 12 will be highlighted on this day.
Awesome. Are you from this area, and did you play sports in school?
I am from this area. So I am a Texas City alumni, and I grew up playing softball in this area. So I graduated from Texas City in 2002, and I went off to play ball.
Awesome.
I played softball.
So, I mean, even you have a son on the team, playing varsity. I mean, what does that mean? That has to be a pretty cool thing, right?
It's cool. So we love sports at my house.
Yeah.
And Caleb being on the team is a really good thing. So it kind of encourages me to want to do a little bit more. You want to make sure that the kids have what they need. And so that's I'm a little bit more vested than some people because
Right.
I want to ensure that my kid, along with his teammates, have exactly what they need by any means necessary. So if that means me putting in some extra hours to make sure that they get what they need, or, me working my day job and doing this at the same time to kind of pick up slack for people who aren't there, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sports teach you a lot, coaching, and there's memories that there are things these kids are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
I'm sure there's things that you remember, or even like, hey, like people that sponsor or helped you in school, or that mentoring or whatever it is that you'll just remember forever.
It is. And so like the group, my board members that I have now, I'm vice president. Our vice president, I'm president. Our vice president is Kevin Kelly. My treasurer is Lisa Duran. My secretary is Delia Garcia. My communications director is Joe Bird. I have Misty Bird as my fundraiser coordinator and Misty Scrollman as my sponsorship coordinator. And together as a team, we're strong. And we're like a family. And that means not only doing it for our kids, but doing it for everyone else's kids. So at any given day, you can see my house with a whole bunch of football players, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a family. We're a family.
You mentioned even after your son graduates that you hope and most likely will stay on and keep doing this. Where do you want to see this go in the future?
So in the future, I would love to see Sting Day continue and to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Right now, we carry about a 3-block radius with Sting Day, like 6 streets long. Like, let's take it all the way down. I would love to see it grow. The city of Texas City has given an amazing support, an overwhelming support. The businesses on 6th Street have all bought into it, which is a major success. Having their support and their buy-in and wanting to support us makes it so much better, makes it easier as well. I want to see it continue to grow, continue to get bigger and better each year.
Have you ever been to any of the other events that they have on 6th Street?
I have. So we did like a 6th Street pub last year to kind of get involved to see how things kind of run on 6th Street, because we wanted to bring Sting Day out here, and we have to see how things kind of run out there. And it's really nice. And we want our event to keep going. We want it to grow to something like that.
Yeah. I've been to Touch a Truck.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And it's like all day, right?
All day.
And sometimes it's hard to find parking, but once you find it, I mean, you're in there, and
You're
it's long. Like there's everything that's out there. You just get to run all over those trucks, and kids do too. It's crazy.
So it's hopefully, and I'm saying Sting Day is from 10 to 5. There's no time limit. If you want to hang out to 6 or 7, 8 o'clock, I'm there.
Yeah.
As long as people are there and having fun, we're going to be there and have fun.
The other event that I've been to out there is the firefighter games. I've been to a couple of those.
They're super fun.
Yeah, they are fun, and there's a cook-off for that as well, and I had the opportunity to judge, and I learned a lot about judging a cook-off, and you mentioned, being full, because it's like, oh, this is delicious. I want to keep eating it. It's like, oh, wait.
You can't. You have 10 more that you need to taste.
There's 10 more entries of wings, and then there's 10 more of the fajitas and everything else. And I made a mistake. You learn a lesson.
I know.
That's why they have pros. They have pro judges sometimes, and
exactly.
There's one person that kind of these are the rules. Okay.
And I forgot, when you talked about the firefighter games, I forgot the most exciting part of it all is the tug-of-war games. So the tug-of-war games is going to be 6-person teams. So if you are strong or you think you're strong, bring your tug-of-war team, 6-man team. Our football players are going to play for sure. Offense versus defense, O-line versus D-line. It's going to be exciting. First place winner walks away with medals. And we're going to have the dunk tank. I forgot about the dunk tank.
Awesome.
So our head coach, Coach Evans. Hi, Coach Evans. Hope you're watching.
Thank you.
Coach Evans will get in the dunk tank along with his other coaching staff, and you will have an opportunity to dunk the coaches.
That's
so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really exciting.
Do you have any predictions for what the football team is going to do this year? What's it looking like?
I'm a very optimistic person. We had an amazing season last year. We had a really young team. We went 10-2. I think this year we're going to do the same, if not better. I see us going a few rounds in the playoffs, if not all the way. I'm very optimistic. I think we have a really good season ahead of us.
Yes. That's awesome. I've had the opportunity to go and talk to the AD and just to watch some of the practices, at least from afar, and we're going to be doing some more filming in another capacity. But there's a buzz and an excitement, and it looks like there's a lot of expectation and, players, bought in. So
correct.
It's gonna be fun.
Today we hit the field today. Our first scrimmage is tonight, 6 p.m. at Stingery Stadium against St. Pius. So that's going to be fun. So if you're interested to see what the Stings are putting out, man, come out tonight, join us. Just come see what they got. It's their first scrimmage. They're being pads today, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, one of my friends, so he's from a different state, and it's a big football thing. And then he went here. He was like, man, I think that he was actually at Ball High. He was like, I think the freshman team could have beat my high school's varsity back. I was like, well, Ball High is like one of the oldest programs in Texas. I think
Seriously.
one of the oldest football programs ever.
And a good program, too.
Yeah.
And a good program.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's football's different. There's a different thing down here than maybe where you're from, which is okay,
Well, football is Texas. When you think if you think of football, you think of Texas. So football hits a little bit different here.
Can you remind everybody, so when is Texas City High School Sting Day, and who's invited one more time?
Okay, so Sting Day is August the 20th on 6th Street. The central location will be the Showboat, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and everyone's invited. Everyone, ages 0 to 100. Bring the whole family out. There's something for everyone to do. And if there isn't something that you can find to do, you come find me, and I will find something for you to do. I promise.
It's like there's restaurants and ice cream, and there's everything.
There's everything.
It's
and
built
if not,
in.
then that means I missed the mark somewhere. Me and my team missed the mark, and you'll probably have it next year.
Okay. All right. If somebody wants to find out more information or get involved, I mean, what's the best way for them to reach out or go to a website, Instagram, find info?
They can find us on social media. You can reach out to me directly. My Facebook page is Tanesha East. We also have an email address. You can email tquarterbackclub@gmail.com. That's tquarterbackclub@gmail.com. And that email address, that email box is monitored daily by myself, my secretary, Delia, and so we respond immediately.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Nope, that's about it.
Thank you so much for making time today. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
This is KHEA